lot of people might not have considered this before, but the time around birth and the time around death have a lot in common. We are very sensitive around the time of birth, and we are very sensitive around the time of death. And with support comes wellness, health that we carry on throughout the rest of our lives. And the lack of this support can be really traumatic. And that's what we're trying to prevent with the Global Doula Project.
It's like you don't have to figure all the things out and know all the things. That's okay. But having someone that's here, like lend a helping hand, to help you and to provide that information, I think makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you a question about that?
Mm-hmm.
So how does your support change with a mother like that? Whereas maybe it's their fourth baby, and how would you change what you do to assist them?
Yeah, I keep in mind that care and support doesn't have to look one way. It's about providing that congruent care based off their needs and shifting as to, whatever that might look like. So some might need a meal prepared. They might not have family that will come in and help them in those areas. So it changes. It changes.
And just letting them know that it's okay to ask for the help that you need.
Right.
Because it can be very, you want to do everything. You want to handle everything.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to feel like doing all the things that we're expected to do as moms.
Right.
It's okay to rest. Oftentimes, like, moms feel guilty for sleeping in. Okay, I didn't get up and make this big breakfast. I didn't get up and clean today. I did not wash clothes. I did not do all those things we're expected to do. But rest is essential. You have to heal your mind. You have to heal your body. You have to rest those things in order to function at your best to be a good mom. And so it's okay to be nurtured yourself while trying to nurture someone else.
And correct me if I'm wrong, also, doulas, especially birth doulas, can also help the partner of the person that's giving birth, right? Absolutely. So it's just not the doula's focused on the childbirth, but also how can I help my partner that's giving birth? I'm sure the doula can help that other person, right?
If they're not calm, if they don't feel comfortable, they can't show up for their partner. They're going to be on edge. And so it's important to support everyone. So even in those moments where dad might, or the other support person might need to take a break, okay, let me step in for you. You get that rest. So when baby's here, both of you guys can bond and, bond together. So a lot of times dads and other support persons, they do need that support too.
And again, that also ties with that intersectionality when it comes to end-of-life doulas as well. They can also provide that support, not just for the person that may be transitioning or about to transition, but also for that care team, for the other persons that are involved in that. Isn't that right, Bessie?
Sometimes our client is the person facing the end of life, but sometimes our client is a member of the family who's just struggling with what's about to happen and just needs that extra support of having someone to talk to and work through those feelings and be able to be present, instead of overcome by all their worries and fears over what's about to happen. So much of what we do is about talking about your wishes for the end of life and just doing a life review and checking to see, do you have any regrets? Do you have any things that you'd like to revisit throughout your life? Tell me what your favorite moments of your life have been.
If you have felt heard, then you will also be a better listener, and it's a ripple effect.
Absolutely.
And that's one reason why I'm really grateful, Anne, for you and your colleagues for getting the Global Doula Project together, because I would have never known about a birth plan. This is the first time in my life. I'm like, if I knew about that, like, wait a minute, there's stuff that I need to be on the lookout for. Like, you mean we can plan for this thing? But having that plan,
Right.
I think is critical, especially for not just the person giving birth, but for the partner and for the whole team, the whole community.
Right.
Because again, it takes a community. And listen, all right, here's your plan. So listen, this is what's going to happen when it's showtime. And so it's like, okay, wow, wow, you're being proactive. But again, having Ann have this project again is fun to me. It's phenomenal, and it's I don't know, I'm speechless.
Yeah. Like just pouring into us while we pour into others. That means the world to us, because just to have someone show up for us, how we show up for other people, it kind of makes us know that, hey, we're in the right place. Like this is someone who cares about the work that we're doing. They see us, they hear us. So we tell our clients, we want them to feel seen, feel heard. That empowers them. So just you seeing and hearing us, that empowers us to keep going and continue what we're doing.
Acknowledging the importance.
Absolutely.
Helping people understand what a doula is. A doula is a weird word, you know. We can say we're birth coaches or we're death coaches, and everybody's like, oh, okay. But a doula, doula just means helper. Right. And that's what we're here for, is to help others. But your project will help others know what that doula word means and what's behind it all. And so it's phenomenal that you're moving forward with this and trying to make it.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
We had more people around when we were giving birth a long time ago.
And when we died.
And when we died.
Yeah.
I mean, rituals,
community
ceremonies,
event.
parties, music. We should not be alone during these times. So we've lost our village, but that's not to say that we can't bring it back, but just in a modern way. So postpartum doulas make food, we listen. Those are probably the biggest ones. Make food and listen.
Hold the baby so you can
Hold the baby. You need a shower. Yeah, you need a shower. You need to remember that, oh, I think I am hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And also hold the mama. So we care for her. And I think a lot of times people are waiting for this baby. They're waiting for this new life. They want to see the baby. They want to hold the baby. But who's going to hold the mama? Like, this mama has to take care of this baby. So, supporting her, loving on her so she can, have what she needs to support this baby, means a lot.
And even when it comes to end of life, think about it too. I'm sure that either you've been to a funeral or you know someone that has. And when someone passes, it's an onslaught of phone calls. It's an onslaught of people coming to your home. It's an onslaught of support there initially. But after the service, after the homegoing, after the life celebration, what happens? The phone stops ringing.
The casserole
stop. The casseroles stop.
Yes.
The text messages stop. The visits stop, and everyone goes back to their regularly scheduled programming. And so, what happens to that person? They're left alone. They've experienced a loss, and now they're alone. And so, again, having a doula to fill that void is critical. It's priceless. You can't put a price on support.
You don't get over a death. You get through a death.
Yeah.
So
And that's
Yeah.
There's no script for birth or
Right.
for death.
Right.
No one is ever going to be the same.
right.
And nobody's going to ever react the same.
And who are we to tell somebody else how they should be feeling?
Right. Or when to get over something.
Right.
It's like, okay, stop those feelings, cut this off.
Right.
Go on about your life.
You've already had the baby, you've gone through the pregnancy, the baby's here, so you need to get over it. Like, whatever you're going through, shake up, come on, get together. But that's not how it works.
It doesn't.
That's not how it works.
I tell people, let's normalize healing. Let's normalize just being present in that moment at that time. Let's not think about, okay, well, in 2 weeks, I want to be here. In a month, I want to be doing this. Let's get out of the snapback mentality and just focus on being present, dealing with what you need to deal with each step at a time. Even in death, even in birth, take it one day at a time. We don't have to rush this process. Let's take a moment for ourselves.
I love that your dad wanted to take the stigma out of needing help, because it's so hard for us to ask for help. Even, I'm a natural helper, but for me to say, hey, I need help, is,
The hardest.
I'll be
Yeah.
rocking in, a corner somewhere before I realize maybe I should call somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go get coffee with a friend,
Right.
But I'm at that point before I'm feeling okay to ask somebody for help because, what if they reject me, or what if, what if they try to tell me to get over it, or,
Right. And
what
I
if
think
they
that's
don't
where you guys
understand
come
what
in.
I'm feeling?
Right.
Yeah,
So,
like with that doula, you're not going to
Yeah.
reject them. Like you
Right.
understand what it looks like.
Yeah.
Even
And you
as a
can-
birth doula, like I'll never say, okay, well, no, you should be doing this by now. No, it looks different. Like, so we're not going to reject the thought of anything. Like, we're there to support, nurture, and help them through each phase.
right.
So I think that means a lot, and I feel like that kind of support is what everyone needs.